And my journey all started back in 18 when I was diagnosed with autonomic neuropathy, and I had type 2 diabetes at the time. And things just started to spiral out of control. And I was a deputy sheriff at the time. I worked 31 years here in Ellis County as a deputy, and I wound up having to retire in 2020 due to my health. My blood sugar was just sky high. I couldn't control it. Was on several different medications at the time for that, as well as some pain pills for the neuropathy issues that I had going on. And anybody that's ever experienced those type of pains due to that condition, you know what I'm talking about when I say excruciating pain. It's just the pain that you don't want to live with. You learn to try to do different things to make your life easier, and you just, I don't know how to describe it other than it's just excruciating. I went to a neurologist and he did several tests on me. And once I got my diagnosis, basically every doctor that I ever talked to always said that there's really not a whole lot we can do for the nerve damage that has already occurred, but we can put you on some pills, which that seems like most every traditional doctor's recipe. So I wound up getting on 4 different pills at the time. And each time I'd go back to him, I'd ask for a stronger dosage because they weren't. And it got to a point where he said, Mr. Osteen, he says, I can't give you any higher dosage of medication than what you're already on because I'm going to start shutting down your organs, your liver and your kidneys. I decided to go ahead and retire in 2020 due to my illness. And it got to the point where I was just sitting around the house doing nothing other than just being in pain. And I'd go to bed every night and I'd pray to Jesus that I wouldn't wake up tomorrow morning. And about 2.5 years into that, I got a call from Kathy who introduced me to LifeWave. And she said, J.O., she said, I might have found something for your pain. And I said, Kathy, you probably hadn't. I said, because I've tried every lotion, potion, pill there is on the market and nothing seems to be working. And she says, well, what do you have to lose? And I said, well, I guess a couple more $100. Let's go ahead and order some patches and see what they do for me. So 3 or 4 days later, I got my patches in the mail and I started wearing these patches. 9 short days later, believe it or not, my pain was completely 100% gone in my lower extremities. My feet, I couldn't believe it. I mean, I sat there at nighttime and I beat my feet back and forth just together to try to rid the pain or get blood flow going in my feet, anything to help. And that particular night, 9 days later, I'm sitting on the couch and my wife, she asked me, why are you not beating your feet together tonight? And I said, you know, it just now dawned on me my feet are not hurting me. And as of May the 3rd, I've been wearing these patches for 22 months now. And I can say for 22 months, I've been pain-free.
Wow.
And the most exciting thing for me out of this whole 22-month journey is I told you I was on 5 different diabetes medicines and 4 narcotic pain pills and a blood pressure pill. That's 10 prescription medicines. And 17 months after I started wearing these patches, I'm off of all 10 prescription medicines. I don't take any pills anymore for any of my diagnosis that I had.